2015 is quickly coming to an end, and that can mean only one thing here in AYL land: Bloopers Special. Hi, I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Maria Rossi Booth. Not every take is a winner, and we'll have some flubs and falls that will put a smile on your face. We'll also take a look back at our most popular stories from the last 12 months while taking aim at the future.
We're ready for some new adventures, and we're taking you along with us. The new year is looking bright. At Your Leisure is next.
Okay, ready?
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure for the new year. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Maria Rossi Booth. And we are at Get Some Guns and Ammo here in Murray, Utah. What a cool place.
We are going to get some guns and some ammo and get out onto the range and check this out. Now, target practice is a great sport. It's something that we've never really talked about on At Your Leisure, so it's appropriate to start the new year introducing you to a new pastime. Of course, I've got a long history of doing target practice outdoors. I used to belong to the Holiday Gun Club. Years ago, when I was a kid, I'd go with my dad, my friend Mike Knutson, and his dad Mert, and we'd go up to the Holiday Gun Club and just spend a lot of time shooting at targets. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I used to shoot all the time outdoors with my brothers. We would go out and target practice in our back 40. Literally.
You know, so there are a whole bunch of indoor shooting ranges right now, and what a great place to go do some fun, competitive target practice. Both of us are a little rusty. We need a lot of work, and so that's what we decided to do today. Besides, we get a chance to test drive some guns.
Let's go.
How I probably really got into guns, when I was growing up, I was really little, and I had an uncle that was in the Air Force, and I still remember the first time I saw a Beretta. I still remember the first time I ever shot my first gun. It was with my grandpa. These are tools, really. Firearms are tools. They have a purpose in mind, and whether it's target practicing, hunting, obviously the military has their purpose for them. But if that gun's handled safely, there's nothing to fear.
Most of the people that we get in here are competitive or pistol shooters, and a lot of those are competitive shooters. Competitive shooting, especially long-range shooting, is getting really popular in Utah. There's a lot of places you can shoot in Utah that are, out there 1,000 yards or longer. So those are, the kind of competition that I like as far as long-range shooting goes.
We have a first shots class, which is a real beginner. We actually take kids from 12 and up where they can come in and handle firearms. We have a women's only class, which covers shotguns, rifles, handguns, and that's a pretty broad class.
We can show you how to use them, teach you different features, and help you find the right gun for you.
I can remember the first time I took my kids shooting. And it's been fun as a father, to take that time, and, I'm not doing homework with them. I'm not, shuffling them around. I'm doing something that I enjoy too. It's a time as me as a father, I find it's precious that I can spend with my children, and, and I really enjoy it.
This one's for you, and this one's for you.
Oh, nice. And I think bigger is better, personally. Well, we're going to get target shooting here in a minute, and we're going to go right now to our most popular travel adventure that we had all year. And everybody loves a mystery, so let's look at Inter-laken, Colorado.
Every town has a story. Some are evident in old brick and mortar, others in the adventure on their doorstep. Today, while traveling a bit off the beaten path, I've discovered one quiet hamlet whose story can be told through both. About 20 miles south of I-70 on Highway 24 in the heart of Colorado, travelers come to a town that is full of character, history, and beauty: Leadville. With a population just north of 2,500, Leadville has many secrets to discover, some as old as Western culture, others as new as each day's dawn.
This is a very historic city, and this is part of a National Historic District, Leadville, Colorado. We're surrounded by mountains, and we're in this very high mountain valley. In fact, we are the highest incorporated city in North America.
Leadville's history began in 1859 when gold was discovered in the area. Heavy black sand made the mining incredibly difficult, and when it was discovered to be lead mineral that was causing all the problems, the town was given its name. Now it is known for its beauty and potential for exploration more than its wealth of precious metals.
There's a world of things to do in the summer and in the winter, but right now we're in the summer, so if people want to hike, hiking trails galore all over the mountains. If they want to bicycle, the same is true of bicycling. There are ATV rentals, there are side-by-side rentals to go up on the Jeep roads and trails up on the east side. But we have 8 museums, and each one of them is unique and interesting, and so families can spend some time doing that. We have Turquoise Lake and Twin Lakes, gorgeous lakes right up against the mountains.
I'd heard some interesting stories about the Twin Lakes area just a few miles south of Leadville, so that was where I headed off to next. And believe me, it was worth it. I mean, just the visuals alone are enough to blow your mind, but there are more here than just vistas. I met Lexi and Jim McMillan, who run the boat tour out of Twin Lakes, and this was a very unique experience. There are no docks or loading ramps on the lake, and so you just kind of pull up to the shore and jump out. Lexi and Jim know a lot about the history up here, and some of the secrets as well, both natural and man-made.
This is what the glacier would have looked like coming out of that valley up there. It's almost as high as the mountain peaks.
The most intriguing thing for me, though, was Inter-laken, the remnants of an old resort town that sit on the shores of the lake, all but abandoned. No road leads to this destination, and you can only get here by boat or an extensive hike. It was built by the Dexter family and for a time was a bustling part of the mining atmosphere here. Today, it's quite different.
There's a lot of mysteries about the place, a lot of things we don't know and can't seem to find out about it. And it seems like the more we try to learn about Inter-laken and its history, the more mysteries that pop up. It's kind of like what we call a ghost resort because it's not being used, but it is on a trail. A lot of people get to it by trail, and you can also get to it by boat, but you can't drive to it.
Lexi took me for a tour of this quiet and eerie locale on the shores of the Twin Lakes. Historic markers have been placed by the Forest Service, telling what little is known of Inter-laken and what went on here.
This cabin was in use. The rest of the resort got too expensive to maintain, so it just kind of fell into disrepair. We came in here one day and there was all this junk piled up, plywood and lumber and all that kind of thing, and we started taking it up just to see what was here. And we found this little wagon. Probably who knows how long that's been here.
Walking along the shores of such a pristine place while entering ghostly buildings that whispered their own history, I was hit with how strange this experience was. Museums offer glimpses at what life was like, but here I could feel what it was like, how people recreated 100 years ago and what they would look for in a relaxing getaway. And it isn't terribly different from what we want in a vacation today. The lake is a great place for boating of all types, though I wouldn't recommend getting in the cold water for any length of time. It's tranquil and quiet, offering a more peaceful journey through the outdoors. Towns tell their own stories in different ways, some through buildings left to rot over time, others through their natural features and inviting atmosphere. Leadville has a story to tell, and it's worth hearing if you just set out with open ears and a thirst for adventure.
We're not a pretentious town as some mountain resorts are. We're very low key, and also we're much less expensive. Most of our days are like this. They're sunny, they're bright, and we get very little wind here because we're in a protected valley. So even summer or winter, this place is almost perfect for recreation.
If you want to hear a story, you know where to go. For At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen King.
Tucked away just outside of Cedar City, Utah, are two of southern Utah's best-kept secrets, Canaraville Falls and Kolob Canyons. The rare scenic views create beautiful backdrops to capture the perfect selfie. Get your selfie to Canaraville Falls or Kolob Canyons and get in on one of Utah's best-kept secrets. Go to visitcedarcity.com and access your adventure.
2015 is drawing to a close, and Race City RV is already looking to the new year with our 2015 blowout sale, where you will never pay MSRP. Come in and take a look at this new Everlight 242 RBS, regularly $40,852, now at Race City's blowout price of just $32,682. Or take home this Rockwood 2270, only $100 monthly payment. Race City RV's 2015 blowout sale, serving Utah since 1946.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
In the mountains, there's only one way. Through the tightest trees, steepest climbs, and deepest drifts. And always go higher and further than before.
Well, welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Darren Kinder, and normally we have our product review right now, but because it's our New Year's special, we're gonna have some bloopers for you. I know you think we're perfect, but you're gonna find out how hard this job really is.
Thanks, Steve, for that great story.
Isn't Chad supposed to say something now?
I didn't hear you. And I am herding you into this dock on purpose.
Perfect, thank you.
Yes.
Trail in San Juan County. Let's take a look.
All right, do one more time. You can do a little bit crisper than that.
Not really.
Help you with that.
That was the best I can give you.
Thanks, Darren and Jill. I am looking, I am very much looking forward. 3, 2, 1.
Well, right now it's time for us to turn our trailhead to our trailhead.
That is open to everyone, and when I say open, I screw up right at the end.
That you can put a lot of gear up here. It's warm. No, this probably is warm, isn't it?
Now, the Buckeye State isn't known as it's the gloves. I'm trying to do two things at once. Yeah, if you could just do something about this, that would be helpful.
See who's got the best blah 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 blah.
Here we go.
Okay, ready?
No, you were supposed to do that while I was talking.
But now we're gonna cover the how.
That's true. I can't get out of this thing.
He's locked in.
How long can you hold that for?
And while we do that, what are we gonna do?
Next, look at next week's show.
My brain capacity is so small.
Do you think your parents are cool that they bring you out here?
Yeah, but they're not cool otherwise.
Whoa. Somebody. You need some more right here. Come on. There we go. There we go.
Chad, I'm serious. I'm mad at you. I don't want to go down here. No, I'm getting out. Jared, you're not a wimp if you get out.
Problem is, Rhea, that now you have to walk down.
Get up to Dick's Boat Shop in Clearfield, and they'll be.
This way she feels like she's in control. Rhea, don't drive into the raft, please.
You can find out more at Utah at stateparks.utah.gov. Standing on your tippy toes isn't fun. It's kind of embarrassing standing here in flip-flops and standing on my tiptoes. 3, 2, 1.
Point you in 100 directions. I ran out of things to say.
Ever wanted to go on a vacation to Mars? What about a visit to the Old West? Impossible, right? Well, forget what you think is real. In southern Utah's Kane County, other worlds are just an ATV ride away. The Old West lives on in every sunset. From the downtown streets of Little Hollywood to the vistas that have inspired the world. never find yourself closer to home and yet farther than you've ever been. Southern Utah's Kane County, where anywhere is possible.
The Boat Show and Water Sports Expo is here.
Shop, compare, and save on hundreds of 2016 boats. It's your best time to buy.
Meet and watch wakeboard pros ride the Rail Jam.
The Boat Show, Thursday, February 11th through Sunday the 14th at the Southtown Expo.
The place to buy new boats and accessories with special show financing.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the Boat Show and Water Sports Expo, February 11th through the 14th in Sandy.
The boat show is here, better climb aboard.
Are you pushing the limits of riding? Are you holding the steepest side hills? Carving the toughest lines? In the deepest powder? The 2016 Ski-Doo sleds. Are you riding or are you watching? Ski-Doo.
Shoulder there is a sign that I really did want to look at. That's cool. Multiple. Multiple use bombardment.
We're going to toss to Steve for the travel head adventure, and we'll be right back.
Travel adventure.
That's not even a word.
What is it?
Right now it's time for us to turn our attention to our travel head. This is really important, you know.
Travel head, Rhea, thanks.
That's really what our travel adventure. Our problem. I can't believe some of the crazy stuff that happens during the year. But we also have lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're starting off the new year, setting the pace with a little target practice.
That's right. Chad and I are at Get Some Guns and Ammo over here in Murray, Utah, and we are going to be doing a little target competition.
We're actually going to test different guns. This is one of the fun things to do. You know, you can come down and buy some range time and just kind of buy some ammo and do a test drive, so to speak, of some different guns. It doesn't look that far away, so one would hope that I would hit the paper somewhere.
Nice, Chad. Like that?
Straight out.
Really? Like that? That feels funny. Oh, okay, I got it. I have totally got this right. Okay, I totally have it. Did I hit it at all? Bullseye almost. That's pretty good. Not bad, Chad. You did a fine job. It definitely sounds different than in the movies. I mean, you can hear it, but it's definitely a lot more forgiving than if you were just going to shoot a regular gun.
And you're just going to push that button on the side. That'll drop the bolt. It'll be ready to fire at that point.
It's a little intimidating, but I feel very safe, and I know that Brett knows what he's doing, and we're in a controlled environment, so I'm actually excited about shooting it. That's a powerful gun. But you know what? It had one of those little red optics on it, so I felt like I got closer to my target than I normally did.
Okay. You know, that's the first time I ever shot one of those. That's really easy. A lot of fun, too. Well, you know, we've been covering the best stories of the year for our New Year's show, and one of the most watched sports ever, and this is not necessarily stuff you would do at home, but one of the most watched sports ever in the wintertime is ice cross. It's kind of like ice skating on a ski slope, and it's our favorite pick for the year for our Trailhead Adventure, brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Take a look at this.
Jumps, turns, and the occasional obstacle or two. This is the world of motocross, a great summertime activity. But you know, it doesn't tend to do well in the snow. Winter kind of shuts the whole thing down. So what would be the cold weather equivalent of motocross? You'd have to replace the dirt with ice and the bike with skates. And what you would have would look a lot like this.
The fact that they're doing it on ice skates, and it's like hockey meets border cross meets roller derby, and the temperature here is freezing, so that ice is firm. It's gonna be sick.
Ice cross downhill is an extreme winter sport that pits racers against each other side by side in a skate to the finish line that is like nothing else on ice. The track itself is walled on either side and only between 10 and 15 feet wide at any given point. This keeps competitors close together and it forces them to jockey for position at each turn and over every obstacle. Jumps and vertical drops litter the course, causing skaters to tumble, fall, and pick themselves up as quickly as possible. And it's all done in front of crowds that sometimes number more than 100,000 people.
I'm hurting, my back hurts, my legs are sore. I mean, I fell a little bit earlier and it was just an incredible experience. Everybody cheering for you, and it's just ecstasy out there.
I don't know if the count is right. I just heard it before. It's like 120,000 spectators, and like in kind of this big of atmosphere, it's just perfect. You know, I'm so happy.
Like similar high-performance sports, these athletes train all year to compete in a variety of events held in Europe, Canada, and the United States. Athletes from a variety of different backgrounds like hockey, downhill skiing, even mountain biking. They all strap on their skates and they hit the ice for a chance at the championship. Their equipment is similar to what a hockey player wears, pads, helmet, and the like. But their skates are actually specially made just for ice cross, with butterfly blades that help stabilize racers through the tight turns. First-time competitors get the chance to test the sport at Riders' Cup events in Quebec, Canada, and Hastings, Minnesota, where temporary tracks have been created for events. The Crashed Ice Championship brings top racers together at permanent courses in Serena Resort in Finland and at St. Paul, Minnesota. Racers here reach speeds of almost 40 miles per hour while knocking each other around. The number of events has been doubled in 2015 to open up the sport to new athletes who want to give ice cross a try. Now, it isn't easy getting through the race unscathed, let alone stand on the podium as one of the champions.
In the semifinals, every rider is just incredible. So, I mean, you're skating with the best guys, and it's just something to be proud of.
There was tons of upsets tonight. Lots of the top guys fell out early, and it looks like the young guns are on the podium today.
To be leader of the World Championship right now after two races is just stunning for me.
Events for the 2015 season begin January 17th in Minnesota, and they'll continue through the winter until Crashed Ice scrapes the losers from the frozen course and finally crowns a champion at the Showdown in Edmonton. As the sport grows in popularity, the tracks are likely to become even more difficult, and the events more common.
The way ice cross is going, there's going to be more and more of these races on permanent tracks, and I think we need to learn how to skate on the rough ice, and we did that this week.
So motocross is a great spring, summer, and fall activity. Ice cross, now this is a sport that will get you through the winter. From the frozen trailhead, I'm Terry Wood.
It's out there. Something is definitely out there. Whatever it is, it's big. At one point, I swear, we got so close I could smell it. But then, poof, it was gone.
Right.
It exists. The new Honda Pioneer 1000 with a best-in-class engine and 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Pioneer 1000 from Honda.
The Utah Farm Bureau has always been there to fight for the needs of its members. With discount programs on items ranging from vehicles and ATVs to health and wellness. The membership fees aren't big, but the results are. We've been around since 1916, and we're not leaving anytime soon. Utah Farm Bureau. We work for those who work to feed the world.
RZR, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. Get the gift of horsepower during the Polaris Holiday Sales Event. Financing as low as 2.99% and rebates up to $2,000. Ranger XP 900s and Crew 900s come with a free 3-year extended warranty and big cash rebates. Sportsman ATVs come with a free winch. Get these great deals and more during the Polaris Holiday Sales Event.
The Boat Show and Water Sports Expo is here.
Shop, compare, and save on hundreds of 2016 boats. It's your best time to buy.
Meet and watch wakeboard pros ride the Rail Jam.
The Boat Show, Thursday, February 11th through Sunday the 14th at the Southtown Expo.
The place to buy new boats and accessories with special show financing.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the Boat Show and Water Sports Expo, February 11th through the 14th in Sandy.
The boat show is here, better climb aboard.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. Chad and I are just finishing up here at target practice at Guns and Ammo here in, oh crap, one more time. It's here at Get Some, here in Murray, Utah. And you know,
Get Some Guns and Ammo. You just said Get Some.
Finishing up our date night over here at Get Some...
Guns and Ammo.
Crapples, you guys, I'm sorry. Well, we don't get it right every time. Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. Chad and I are over here at Get Some Guns and Ammo here in Utah, and we're just finishing up our date night. You know, I had a lot of fun. You kicked my butt, but you know what? I think I greatly improved.
It was a very small kick, but you did improve a great deal. If you look at that last grouping, you were pretty close.
Well, thank you.
You know, you can actually make a gift of guns, and there are a lot of ways to do it. There's no law that says that you can't buy a gun and give it to someone as a gift, as long as you go through the appropriate background check as a purchaser. But remember to be very responsible about it. Better yet, the best way is to go into a store like Get Some Guns and Ammo and buy a gift card, and give a gift card to somebody, let them come down and buy it. But
and you can rent them too.
And I thought you were going to say something about gift card, Chad, hint, hint.
Well, there's always Valentine's Day.
Yes, I presume that is true. I got the hint. Well, we wanted to end our New Year's show just a little bit special with a New Year's tradition that, well, it'll just kind of lift your burdens. Come on with us. Okay, folks, this was the tradition we were talking about before we got started on next week's show. So this is what we learned.
Hey, I think I'm gonna.
That Rhea doesn't know exactly how to run a Binford industrial grade.
It looks like a dirigible.
There you go. All right, I think it's going now, hon.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Okay, we can let her go.
Let go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we learned. You take all of the bad stuff.
The unpleasantries of 2015.
You put them inside this little balloon, and you let them go up into the air.
It's a little Chinese lantern.
Little Chinese lantern. Okay.
Yeah.
And
you let it go up in the air.
Yes.
Okay, there she goes.
There it goes. Up in, kind of.
I got a string just in
Chad,
case.
The 2015 end with Chad catching on fire.
Kids, do not try this at home. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. We hope that 2016 is a happy one for all you AYL people out there. We love you all.
Good New Year, everybody.
No.
What?
I didn't like it. Put it out! The hell with 2015!
That'd be the weirdest ending of a show ever. Hi, I'm Chad Booth from At Your Leisure. I hope you just enjoyed the YouTube video that you just watched. Now, remember, we come up with new videos like this every single week, so you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a single story that we have out. Now, you can also share us with all of your friends on social media. Here's how to do it right here. And that way, they can have fun too. If you want detailed information, we of course have our website, AYLTV.com, and from there you can find out which television stations we broadcast on, so you never have to spend a day without your fix of family-oriented outdoor recreation adventure. Plus, don't forget we have really cool contests.